really think he's going to allow us to vote on a budget when the politics have changed and his politics? If you do, you're Willie Nelson high. You're smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in. What appropriations process? You're getting rid of the sick bucket stuff.
Yes, sir.
You're getting rid of $5.5 million to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex advocacy in Uganda, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I can't believe we're arguing about this. But I've seen this movie before, and this appropriations process is broken. And finally, somebody is trying to give us a chance to cut the spending porn. And we're sitting here fighting about it?
Patriots, you are not going to believe what went down in that committee hearing. Once again, common sense tried to show up in Washington. And guess what? The establishment ignored it, just like they ignore you and me every single day. Let's break down this clip, and I'll tell you exactly why this budget madness is a slap in the face to every hardworking American.
Mr. Director, I want to apologize for the protesters, but I can assure you that under congressional rules and the laws in the District of Columbia, they will be promptly punished and put on double secret probation. You'll probably see them back again today. I think the president's demonstrated that he understands that what you allow is what will continue. We seem to have a problem with that concept. I listened to some of my colleagues accuse you of doing everything but abandoning your children to wolves. They accuse you of undermining the sanctity and integrity of the appropriations process. And I'm sitting here thinking, what sanctity? What integrity? What appropriations process? I'm proud to serve on this committee. I watched this committee last year. We passed 11 out of 12 minibuses. Sent them to, and we all choked down some stuff you wouldn't believe. And we sent them to Senator Schumer, my friend. He refused to bring the bills to the floor of the Senate. Now, that's when he was in the majority. You really think he's going to allow us to vote on a budget when the politics have changed and his politics? If you do, you're Willie Nelson high. You're smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in. What appropriations process? All we've got left are CRs and rescission packages. And President Trump's not the first president to ever send a rescission package, is he?
No, sir.
A bunch of presidents have, haven't they? And did civilization melt?
They did not.
No, they didn't. Now, you want to know how we got $36 trillion in debt? Just listen to this. Let me tell you what it's like. A majority, and not everybody, a majority of this body, they're all for cutting spending porn. They're all for going to heaven, but they're not ready to make the trip. That's how we got to $36 trillion. This stuff about PEPFAR, oh my God, you're going to destroy the world. Now, there's a part of PEPFAR that deals with money for life-saving care, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And there's a part of PEPFAR that you look at it and you want to say, pass me the sick bucket, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
And you're getting rid of the sick bucket stuff.
Yes, sir.
You're getting rid of $5.5 million to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex advocacy in Uganda, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I can't believe we're arguing about this. I can't believe we're arguing about this. PEPFAR, we're not denying life-saving care to anybody, are we?
No, and $10 billion would remain for that funding.
And a couple of my colleagues have made the point, well, this was President Biden. President Biden ate my homework. And these programs have already expired. Some of these are multi-year programs, aren't there?
Yes, multi-year grants.
Let's talk about public broadcasting. Now let's cut to the chase. Public broadcasting in America today is political as hell. We all know that. You don't have to be a senior at Caltech to see it. Some folks like their politics, so they want to give them money. Some folks don't like their politics, and they don't want to take it away. But that's not the real principle, is it, Mr. Director?
No, sir.
The real principle is, why do we give money to CNN?
No.
Do we give money to Fox?
No.
Do we give money to Politico?
No.
Then why are we giving money to public broadcasting? Why? We're $36 trillion in the hole. I hope you send us more rescission packages. It's the only way we're going to get anything done. I'm embarrassed to say that. But I've seen this movie before, and this appropriations process is broken. And finally, somebody is trying to give us a chance to cut the spending porn. And we're sitting here fighting about it? The American people are going, what planet did all you people just parachute in from? I'm done, Madam Chair.
Senator Heinrich.
He's right, 100%. This whole budget circus is a disgrace. And I don't say that lightly. You've got bureaucrats and career politicians throwing our tax dollars at pet projects, woke programs, and propaganda machines like public broadcasting, while pretending there's no place to cut. Give me a break. Let's talk about that public broadcasting line. You mean the same PBS and NPR that are constantly pushing left-wing narratives and pretending they're neutral? We're funding that with your paycheck. Why? This country is $34 trillion in debt. Yet these swamp creatures act like trimming a few billion from politically biased programming is going to cause Armageddon? Newsflash, it won't. And that member nailed it. These cuts won't take away life-saving care. They'll stop the government from wasting our money on nonsense. And don't even get me started on how Senate leadership refuses to bring real bills to the floor. You know why? Because they don't want to vote. They don't want accountability. They want backroom deals, late-night spending packages, and zero transparency. This is what happens when we don't have fiscal responsibility. We need serious spending reform. We need leadership that puts Americans first. Not the media, not lobbyists, and not global elites. And I know some folks out there say, well, we can't cut anything. We'll hurt the poor. Listen, real fiscal reform isn't about hurting people. It's about protecting the future. If we go broke, everyone suffers, including the poor, including the middle class, and including our kids and grandkids. It's time we demand better. Call your senators. Call your congressmen. Tell them to stop funding woke garbage and start fixing the budget. And if you agree that it's time to cut the fat, protect our freedom, and hold these swamp dwellers accountable, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. This is America Briefs, where we say what the mainstream won't and defend the values that made this country great. Stay strong, stay free, and stay loud, Patriots.